Hello everybody, it's Stefan Joubert here from the Stefan Joubert Guitar Academy. In today's video I'm going to speak to you about the 2-5-1 progression. We're going to look at the 2-5-1 progression inside of the key of C major just as an exercise. So we will have D minor 7th as our 2 chord, going to G dominant 7th as our 5 chord, and then going to C major 7 as our 1 chord. This is basically the most famous progression in jazz, and it's used throughout jazz playing. So you've got your 2, 5, 1, and sometimes you get 6 as well. That goes back to 2, 5 to 1. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start looking at how to practice your arpeggios using string groups 1, 4, 6 as the starting point. 1, 4, 6 for the 2 chords. So it's going to be D minor 7th with a root on 1, or string 1, string 4 and string 6. In the description below you can download the tablature if you want to study this along. So you've got D minor 7th, 1, 4, 6. Then going to 3, 5 for the G 7th, G dominant 7th, and then going to 2, 4 for the 1 chord. And what's interesting here is that you'll see that the 2 chord, which is 1, 4, 6, if I just focus on the 4, 6 of the formula, that goes down to 3, 5, that goes down then to 2, 4. So it's all in a straight line, D, G, C, just going straight down. The reason for that is the guitar is tuned in fourths, but the 2-5-1 progression also works in fourths. So you've got D minor 7th, G 7th, C major 7th. And then when you practice it, what you can do is you can take position 1, 4, 6 and just play your arpeggio. Going to the 3, 5, play the arpeggio. Going to the 2, 4 for the C major 7th chord, play the arpeggio there. And you can practice it in that way. Another great way to practice it would be to say the chord. You should say the chord and then count it. So you would say D minor 7th and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, G dominant 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again C major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, G 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, G dominant 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that way you get to practice your 2-5-1s. So I would lodge it first to the 2 chord in position 1, 4, 6, and then you've got 2, 5, 1. So you get to know the octave shapes first. 2, 1, 4, 6 for D minor 7th, G 7 for 3, 5, C major 7's got 2, 4, string group 2, 4. So position 1, position 4, and position 2 of the respective chords. Once you've done that, that is what I would call mastery of the position 1 of D minor 7th. We can also add lines in, such as, or maybe like, here you can add something like, you can add scales and things around it, the Dorian scale, that will work very well as well, which is essentially C major. You can add that in your practice as well. But the way I would see this is to see it as position 1 of the D minor 7th, which is the 2 chord of the sequence of the 2-5-1. So that's it in position 1. Now I'll go to position 4, because that's similar as well, and we can also just walk it down in a straight line. So we've got D that goes to G, that then goes to C major 7th. Again, it's a straight walk down. So D minor 7th, G 7th, to C major 7th. So that's the way to do it. I'm practicing my D minor 7, which is the 2 of the C major 7, and I've got string group 3-5 for the roots. Then I go to the G7 using string groups 2-4, and then I go to the C major 7 using string group 1-3. Of course, 1-3-6. So altogether I have D minor 7th to G 7th to C major 7th. And then you can do the same thing again. So you've got your chords, D minor 7th to G 7th to C major 7th. And you can again say D minor 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll notice I didn't start on the root note there, I started on the bass. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, G 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, C major 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, G 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, C major 7th, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's good to do is to take the flattened 7th to the 3rd. So when I do 1, 2, 3, 4, the C is the flat 7 of a D that goes to the 3rd of the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the flat 7 of the G dominant 7th there. That then resolves to the 3rd of the C. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you do a flattened 7th to a 3rd resolution, you get a very, very, very nice and sharp, good resolution. So you can practice that with your 2-5-1s when you practice it. So again, just to recap, 2, 5, 1, and from here 2, 5, 1. D, G, C or D, G, C. D, G, C, D, G, C. And if you practice position 1 as well as position 4, that will give you a good solid foundation on those 2 positions. And of course, you also have to practice position 2, 3, and 5. But that gets you started on the 2-5-1 progression. I'll record another video some other time explaining some more details about that. But try the playing and counting. Try to get the flat 7th to 3rd. So have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are in the world. We'll speak together in the next video.